Trump tears into Puerto Rico, falsely claims it has received $91 billion in aid.
Dude, can he fucking crap on Puerto Rico any harder?
No.
Did they need to be crapped on any fucking harder? They literally, wasn't it 2 giant fucking hurricanes that hit them or something? Or was it just one giant world-destroying hurricane?
I'm not sure, but I think it was one major one.
Yeah. Whatever it was, these people lived without power for over a year.
Yeah.
They've been underfunded. They died, and you fucking like denied that they've died. The people that had family members that died from this.
I mean, their economy was terrible before this too. I mean, like Puerto Rico has been in a bad way before the storm, and I mean, imagine having all those problems and then having a fucking massive natural disaster.
Who is this politically popular with? Allowing a territory of the United States to rot like this and crapping on it like this.
Look at that, 87,000 fucking likes to this tweet. So apparently with conservatives, or at least the Trump base, it's very popular. They probably just don't give a shit about them. Probably think it's a bunch of liberals on some island somewhere. It's not even really a state. It's just a bunch of bullshit. Worry about this. Then is the real country.
Let them be their own sovereign fucking territory and don't call them a fucking territory of the United States.
Oh, they'll never let that happen.
Because, like, how does that reflect on the United States if we have a territory that's, like, fucking...
But you know what's funny, too, is they don't want them to be a state because they know they're going to vote for Democrats. So they don't want that either.
Right. Oh, my God.
It's just this limbo. Like, people love the status quo in America. If there's something people will defend more than anything, it's the status quo.
A nightmare. What a fucking dystopian nightmare we live in, Scotty. People were asking me on a ideology recently, like, what do you think the dystopia is going to be like when it comes? And I was like, when it comes?
What do you mean around the mountain when it comes?
We're in it, baby. We're living in the dystopia right now. It doesn't look exactly like Herbert said it would.
I love the part of the fucking... I mean, like, first of all, they did not get anywhere close to $91 billion in aid.
Right.
They got, it says they've actually received
11.2
billion. And I love the end of his tweet where he's like, they only take from the USA. It's like, they are the USA, you dipshit.
Yeah.
This is a U.S. territory. These are U.S.
They
citizens. They just take. So let's either make them a state so they have representation and shit, and there can be no confusion as to their status.
Well, maybe I'm wrong about what I'm about to say.
Let them be independent and fucking be independent Puerto Rico.
But I thought Puerto Rico citizens there did not have to pay federal taxes. I've heard that. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but I've heard that they actually don't pay federal taxes. I'm not saying they don't pay any taxes, but that's my understanding.
I'm not sure about every aspect of Puerto Rico's status, but what I can tell you is that they are U.S. citizens under U.S. law,
that's
entitled
true.
to the U.S. They're under the U.S. Constitution and all this shit.
I mean, it's not like Puerto Rico is like a thriving metropolis or something, and Trump's saying this. It's like they're fucking suffering.
I don't know. This is just bullshit.
Thousands of people died. Like,
if you don't have the
look at the deal we made about Katrina, and more people died in this storm.
If the U.S. doesn't have the money to maintain this territory, then the U.S. shouldn't have this territory.
Exactly.
That'll never happen.
I don't understand this. It's like we're at war with ourselves now. Like
fucking Puerto Rico always taking from the USA.
Either Puerto Rico is part of the USA and thus a reflection of the USA, or it ain't. Let's make our fucking minds up.
Make a fucking decision is all I'm saying. Just make a fucking goddamn decision. Let me find out about this, if Puerto Ricans pay federal taxes or not.
I mean, for the president, it's so common for him to lie, but just to say they got $91 billion and they didn't get anywhere near that, it's just demonstrably false. And actually, a lot of the appropriations I read too haven't even been funded for Puerto Rico. So it's like the money might be promised.
Yeah, it's in limbo.
It's in fucking limbo.
So here's the thing: they do
Checks
have to
in the mail.
They do have to pay some federal taxes, and they have to pay federal payroll taxes, and then pay into Social Security and Medicare.
I mean, pretty much.
They don't have to.
And honestly, fucking.
And it says most residents do not have to pay a federal personal income tax, so they're paying taxes,
what it is.
but not all. It seems like some residents do have to pay an income tax, others don't. I don't know what the criteria is, but they do pay a lot of federal taxes. So, I mean, if
well, there you go.
If you're going to consider these people U.S. citizens that are under the control of the U.S. government,
they seem to be U.S. citizens,
right?
So,
like, what the fuck is the problem here?
Well, if this happened in Florida, if this happened in Florida, which has happened so many times,
Trump's acting like it's fucking foreign aid and they're a bunch of fucking foreigners.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying if this happened in Florida, where Trump has a fucking huge estate, What do you say? Oh, Florida is such a fucking crappy place. We're already giving Florida enough money.
Dude.
Why'd they build on the sandy fucking beaches of Florida? Why didn't they build on solid bedrock? I mean, they said nobody ever.
I know politicians lie a lot, right?
Yeah.
But is it like at all disconcerting that we have a president, like a politician in the presidency, that lies about such blatantly, obviously disprovable
did you see
stuff?
him lying about where his father was born the other day?
Yeah, he was
He's from
talking openly
Germany.
about how his dad's from Germany and his dad was born in the fucking Bronx.
I don't even understand the benefit of that lie.
It was probably to ingratiate himself with whoever the audience was.
Yeah, was he speaking to the
I don't even know who he was.
conference?
Yeah, I
or
don't know who
something?
he was speaking to when he
I
said
love
it.
Wiener
But it's
Schnitzel.
just like we got a dude in the presidency that's conducting diplomacy, which one of the president's jobs is chief diplomat.
Yes.
So we've got somebody out there conducting diplomacy in all of our names that lies constantly about shit of no consequence.
Just compulsively. Yeah.
Compulsively and trackably.
All on Twitter.
Well, it's not even all on Twitter.
Well, a lot of it. Well, a lot of the biggest stuff, like they cover, like that's why the president's tweets get covered constantly because he lies so much in them.
But
But I'm saying if you're talking, you can say, "Oh, I meant this," or "I slipped
Right.
the slip of the tongue." But when you write something, like he had to post that, so he knows it's bullshit.
Well, not only does he post it, he stands by it. It's not like he's pulling these down, going, "I didn't mean that."